The next generation we have is brilliant, extraordinary young people. However, I think it's true to say they're more fragile. That in some ways we in this older generation haven't been able to pass on some tremendously important relational skills, very important ways of living that come to us from God's Word.
Well, as a young person, I've struggled to find a good role model.
You're looking at role models or leaders or whatever you want to call them, and the way they conduct themselves is appalling.
We have to be honest and say we failed the generation before us. My generation particularly have not provided the role modelling or leadership, and we're now seeing the effect of that lack of leadership, both on individuals and on society at large.
I have a very deep concern that we have not passed on to young Australians a proper understanding of the values that made our society what it is. Free, open, one of unbelievable opportunity.
Role models are incredibly important for the youth of today. We're looking for certainty, we're looking for absolutes, and we're looking for a way forward. Leadership still plays a massive role in this youth generation. And we need leaders, people who are older, to come alongside young people and say, hey, there is a better way of doing this, to provide the wisdom, to work across generations for a better Australia and to build values into our nation.
By shaping public policy, we can provide a very important part of the continuum of generational change, ensuring that Christian and family values are at the heart of our children's future. To achieve this, ACL is addressing a number of issues, including child abuse and neglect, abortion, the breakdown of marriage and the family unit, and the increasing issue of pornography and the sexualisation of society. A very important initiative of the Australian Christian Lobby is to pull together a think tank of family advocacy groups which is looking at trying to ensconce the best interests of the child as a central plank in public policy. We continue to prevail on government and oppositions to support chaplaincy in schools so that our young people can receive the support they need during periods of personal crisis. ACL is working to secure bipartisan support for internet service provider filtering of pornography. This will provide a much safer internet experience for our children in every Australian home. The porn lobby fears that ISP filtering will wipe out the industry in 5 years. We reckon that'd be a great outcome. ACL is at the forefront of protecting the value of marriage. Our success at stopping legislation that would have mimicked marriage has been very encouraging right around the country, but we can't afford to relax because this sacred institution is under constant threat. In addition to influencing policy with Christian values, we're also very interested in our nation's youth. We want to invest proactively in this next generation of our nation's leaders.
One of the fantastic initiatives which ACL runs is called Compass, and I'm very passionate about making sure that students who are at uni, about to go to uni, or very recently graduated are seriously considering how their faith interacts with what they're going to be doing in the future. We are, in essence, trying to shape the character of this nation by assisting top students who have a great Christian foundation to pursue and maximise the impact that they can have for Christ.
It's inspired me to go into the academic world, a world which I think so often doesn't know its story at all, and just impact it for Christ in a way that I never thought possible.
Because I plan to be a lawyer, I will affect law, and if I do so from a Christian point of view, our society will become inherently more Christian, and that is obviously a good thing. And Compass is giving me the tools, the intellectual tools, in order to live my worldview out in my career.
If we're going to see God's kingdom come about and justice and righteousness, we must be able to engage properly in the community. I've been very encouraged by how many people have been nominated for Compass, and the students coming out now here are going to be impacting this nation for the decades to come.